Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to a cast lineup. Ooh, didn't hear that guy coming. That is beyond my normal comfort zone, but the 7.7 American Close Air Support Premium lineup is delicious, and it's nice to see me getting some use out of these vehicles I paid so much money for. As I glance at my wife on the couch, she has a sparkle in her eye. She's thinking about the chores that I'll do to make it up to her, now that I've reminded her. But in any event, I am having a blast in this match, and we're not going to do, incredibly well, as we miss the kill on the Arado there. That's going to go to our SPAA. Thankfully, the enemy team was not heavy on the SPAA, as they were doing fairly well on the ground, and that is a situation where the F-89 can do reasonably well. I absolutely love this aircraft. The Scorpion series of interceptors are visually stunning. They carry an incredible punch, and they have phenomenal acceleration. Things that should put them at an even higher battle rating as we closely examine a blemish in the ground texture that really looked like an enemy lightly skinned tank. But this aircraft doesn't need to target exclusively light-skinned tanks, as you saw. The vast majority of enemy MBTs do not have enough roof armor to protect themselves against the brrrt cannons by 6 that we carry in our nose. And firing full belts of armor-piercing incendiary ammunition, we are equally capable, Poppin' Flaps looks so good, of taking down both air and ground targets, as we'll demonstrate in this match. If you take nothing else away from this video, it is that I still have a blast in my Scorpion, and I recommend it as a premium grinder if you're looking for something to spice up your life and help you progress to the A4 coming soon TM to the game of War Thunder. Set alight the enemy jet and watch him burn. Pulling up, conserving some energy, and pulling into a tight turn. One thing that the Scorpions lack is low speed maneuverability. They don't have the tightest turning rate, although it's more than enough, and they also tend to lock up the rudder at higher speeds. Yes, that utterly annoying, rudderly annoying problem that you encounter with most of the otherwise overpowered vehicles in War Thunder, aircraft specifically, as we take down a couple of crew and the engine of that. Was that a Leopard? Well, it's gonna be a wreck pretty soon. So let's wreck some tech, showing how these incredible 20mm cannons can be both satisfying and powerful as we send about 180 rounds in this direction in that short amount of time. Beautiful, beautiful destruction, and yet our spree is soon to come to an end at the hand of Stalin himself, wiggling his little pinky finger, realized in the form of that, what is that, LA-9? Something like that. Powerful prop, lightweight fighter, and we happened to be, Yak-9T, at a low enough speed where he could catch us, and that enemy pilot did not waste his shots, wasting us in short order. And yet we haven't been completely blowing our spawn points as we roll over and stare at the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, the War Thunder replay system. We are in the process of selecting A to D as our respawn, and as a cautionary measure here, dropping the 2,000-pound bombs from this 6-7 battle rating premium attacker, another gorgeous aircraft that fares well in its own battle rating and does not do poorly in an up tier, as I am shortly to show. I believe we've seen 8-7 or at least 8-3 battle rating enemy vehicles, so that is the level that the A2D is going to do its thing in this battle, and I am sure you will not be disappointed. This is not like the replays that I feature, where people do a whole lot better than me. This was just a very enjoyable battle where things went well for us, and we do not end up winning the match or clutching victory, although you'll probably agree we did our part when it came to attempting to slow down the enemy team's incredible advance into our territory. And yet this is one of the shorter matches as we close in for the kill. Try and take down and dropping the bombs. Sounds like the audio is desynced. That's delightful. And yet, no issues. We indeed take down our foe. Next in line, coming in for a pass on another ground target, and we take him down in short order. Apologies for the audio desync. I tried to do something fancy and it did a little bit fail. The replay was desynced a little bit from the live action gameplay, and I don't want to untie that knot all day. Another failure on my part, this time in the match in question. I saw that there was an enemy Shilka on their team in the area. It was firing at a friendly aircraft, and I didn't watch my tail as well as I knew I needed to. Missed those tracers coming up and didn't maneuver in time. Took a few hits, but thankfully the 23s on the Shilka are not the most powerful cannons in War Thunder anymore, and the A2D is a fantastically tanky attacker for what it is. Hearing a jet, we look around and eventually spy Il-28, Stalin's left mustache whisker, now rapidly approaching what I thought would be a return trip to his airfield, and yet he has a diversion to engage in on the way home. He already dropped the bomb, which is why I expected him to return quickly to his airfield, and yet he wanted to tarry just a bit in unfriendly airspace, which is something I have no issues with. I'm happy to dive on him whenever he starts to bank, and yet he tried to cash in on one of my allies that was coming in for a landing. So, a risky move, one that may or may not pay off. The aircraft equivalent of spawn camping, if you will, and yet of course, if it's able to be done by a player, then it's more a map design issue now, isn't it? Opening up on the IL-28, and we take him down once he goes into a turn. And again, a little bit of bad editing on my part. I apologize for that. But it never hurts to watch him die twice now, does it? In any event, that's going to be just about it for me in this video. I took a beating in the A2D and survived. My team got pummeled and would quit the field as losers in this battle, and yet winners all in my mind, because I was able, along with their assistance, to experience a fun and leisurely match of War Thunder close air support gameplay in 7-7, a battle rating range that I'm usually a lot less comfortable with, but every now and then things can turn out nicely, and it makes me have warm and fuzzy thoughts for, again, the exciting A4 totally free jet that's coming to War Thunder in update 1.97. Look at that beautiful thing. Anyway guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.